Okay, to answer this question, we have to look at the quantity that each instrument measures. This is a stopwatch, so it measures time, and time is a scalar. Option B, this is a thermometer, so it measures temperature, and temperature is also a scalar. C, this is a measuring cylinder, it measures the volume of the liquid, and volume is also a scalar. D is a Newton meter, it measures the force, and force is a vector. So the answer is D. Okay, to measure the circumference of a golf ball, we probably need to measure the diameter first. And to measure the diameter of the golf ball, we need a pair of jaws. So that rules out option C and D. And for option B, micrometer, it can only measure up to a maximum of 2 cm. So the golf ball is unlikely to fit into a micrometer. Hence, we have to stick with the option of A, a pair of calipers. Okay, as the pendulum bob moves from X to Y, it takes 1.5 seconds. And we know that for complete oscillation, the pendulum bob has to move from X to Y, from Y back to X, from X to the other end, and it has to come back to X. So we can see that 1.5 seconds is actually 1/4 of a period, and the period, it should be 4 times 1.5 seconds, which is 6 seconds. And the number of complete period that it can make in 1 minute, it will be 60 seconds divided by 6 seconds. That will give us 10 complete period. Answer B. This question shows us a distance time graph, and from a distance time graph we can actually find the speed, which is the gradient. Okay, let's draw the gradient triangle. For the gradient, we take the change in the y divided by the change in x, and y-axis stands for distance and x-axis stands for time. So to find the gradient, we are actually indirectly finding the distance divided by time, and this is our speed. So which feature of the graph gives us the speed of the car? It should be the gradient of the line, option D. We have a speed time graph here, and from a speed time graph, let's recap. We can find the acceleration, which is represented by the gradient, and also we can find the distance traveled, which is the area under the graph. Okay, so in this question, we are asked to find the acceleration of the car. So what we can do is to just take two coordinates. So this point will be 0, 10, and this point here, it will be 5, 30. So the gradient will be equal to 30 minus 10 over 5 minus 0. So this will give us 20 divided by 5, 4 meter per second square. Answer A.